Hi and welcome to my channel. So today I'm using my July Citrus Twist kit and I'm starting my first spread for my month of February. So if you've joined me in my last few videos, I'm doing Project Life a little bit differently this year. I'm using different size page protectors that I've already got in the house and I'm just doing everything by month. I'm not paying attention to what week it is, because I find some weeks I don't have many photos and other weeks I have loads. So I'm still trying to keep it into one album because I don't have the space for more, but I am just doing it by month and doing 4 to 5 pages. Some months may have 6, and I'm just going to see how it goes. So these are my pictures from February. It's coming towards the end of my visit to Australia, but I do still have plenty of pictures to go, and I'm sure many will appear in my scrapbooks as well. So I've already cut out a 4x6, one of the 6x6 pieces of paper down into a 4x6, and then I've used 2 of the Project Life cards as well. I've had a look through the die cuts, and I'm also cutting apart some of the cut apart sheet to see if any of those will work, but I do just settle on the one under the picture of me and my newest nephew, and it just says going out. Quite simple. I will pop a label under that shortly, just so that I can add my journaling. And I've got a die cut with This Is So Exciting, because everything to a baby is exciting. And then I'm going to mess about with these pictures of me playing with him on the mat. I did have 2, though they were very similar, so I only really needed 1. But I tend to quite often print out a couple and see how it goes. I move the photos about a lot on this spread, trying to decide which side I want them. But I do end up putting it back as it was, and that's how it stays. So I've got a little Hello You that I've popped on down the bottom, and that is all that I will end up popping on that card of the cute little pictures of my nephew. And here comes the label that I'm going to add in under Going Out, and this is when we went to visit a chocolate factory in Australia, which was rather nice, I will say. Rather nice chocolate. And the picture up in the top left, that is my lovely Nana, who I love to go and see every time I do go to Australia. She's now the ripe old age of 94. Still going strong, though she does have Alzheimer's or dementia. To me, they're both the same, though I'm sure there is differences between the two of them. So every time I go and visit her, it's nice to see or hear parts of my Nan. I can still hear my Nan in her, which is really nice. So I'm back to just messing about with some of the die cuts, and I do decide to pop a label under this little single picture, and then trying to find something else to sort of tuck in, connect the two, rather than them just being offset. And I do end up finding a die cut with a little plant pot, and I just tuck that underneath, so you can't actually see the pot, but you can still see the flowers. And then I haven't mentioned the card at the top, so because this is my first spread of February, I did want to make sure that I got that in there, that you could see this was a change of month. And I got a little cork piece saying 2017 in one of the Citrus Twist embellishment packs that I got. So that seemed perfect to get that in there as well. So I do have January 2017 and February, so I may have to carry that on over the months. We'll see if I remember when it gets to the month card. Now for stamping, there's one stamp on this layout. It is very photo heavy, which is partly my excuse, but I did put a It's All on that journaling part and then finished it off with about the little moments spent together. And I'm just going to scroll through my phone and figure out exactly what date the visit to the chocolate factory was, because I realise I need to be putting the dates of the month in a little bit more just to confirm everything. And then I'm not quite sure what I do now. I do put the cards, the stamps away and have a look. That's it. I do have a look through the little word stickers to see what will suit. I do end up using 2 from that sheet, So I do have one up the top I put with the picture of my nan saying, "I know, right?" As a little question mark. And then I pop that on a label and add on, "I love the time I get to spend with my nana," which I do. So I'm just going to pop a little label on for that. Again, that's from the Printables cut apart sheet. I must say I love those. If they were there available to download and for us to print, I would probably never use them. But because they are printed for us, I do find that I'm using them a lot more than I thought I would, loving the labels. So I've just added my stitching on. Again, my stitching is quite sparse as well on this layout. I did some stitching under the "I know, right" label and did it onto the other label itself, and then I popped a little zigzag stitch to the right of the big label on that card that I'm just going around the edges now. So I've got my stitching, I've got my stamping, and it's quite an easy layout this time. So I've got the word "laugh" on that little calibration of pictures of my niece and nephew, and I'm going to show you all the cards, but then I will end up adding a couple more bits on before I class it as being fully done. So I add a little heart in between the words "laugh," and then lastly I'm going to add a little label to this bottom picture, which one of my kids took, showing a painting and their version of a drawing of it. The problem is I can't remember which child, so I will ask them and then I'll fill in the journaling on that one. But that's that spread done. So thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon. And here come the close-ups.